All right, guys, welcome back to the Real South Africa. This is going to be a great one, so you might as well go ahead and subscribe now. Like this video. We absolutely loved it. We absolutely enjoyed them here. We were very blessed to be able to host them and have them here with the Real South Africa. So we want you guys to check out this interview. They did a great job. They actually spoke their mind, told us what they were thinking, and of course they were sharing it with us. So we appreciate that. And then of course, we have a documentary. Just go to our website, therealsouthafrica.com. Scroll down, click on the videos, and then you can actually watch it at home. So we appreciate it, but stick with us with this interview. It's awesome. You see, there she go. All right, guys, this is Mark Blanton from the Real South Africa, and then we have Tasha over here. She's over here causing a ruckus.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's what she do with her little pumas and stuff, a little short self. But anyway,
short.
You are short.
I'm not short.
She's short. Y'all, she's short. Y'all know it. Y'all don't want to say it, but she's short. However, we got a couple here that came all the way from around the way from Fredericksburg, Virginia, by way of what? Where y'all from? Where y'all from? You go first.
Well, I want to claim Arkansas, but they don't really.
Arkansas.
Because I wasn't born there, they don't really claim me. So I lived in California most of my life. Yeah.
Arkansas is fun.
I like Arkansas.
No, for real.
Little Rock.
Yeah.
And McGee area.
Man, we just talked to some people about that place. What's his name? Remember Mr. McKenzie? He was telling stories about. He's much older than us, and he was just telling us the other story of. He's 70 something.
Oh yeah, he knows.
Yeah. So he knows what's going on. So before we get into that, I want y'all to introduce yourself so that people will know where to find you. No, I'm just playing. No, but for real, no, just introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is David.
D. Butler McCloud.
Okay, and so we have the McCloud's.
Yes.
From Fredericksburg.
Yes.
Cool.
And I'm originally from Massachusetts.
Mass.
Yes, Springfield, Massachusetts.
Okay. So let me ask you this: so were you a Celtics fan back in the day?
I respected them.
It was hard,
but Showtime Lakers sold me.
Yeah.
I mean, it was Showtime, the Cooper Loop,
exactly,
and Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
But I tell people the Boston Celtics are one of the greatest basketball teams that had Bird, Parrish, and Ainge, and all them. So,
but we didn't figure that out until we got older. Because when we was younger, it was all about the Lakers.
Yeah.
You know, but then you look at the Celtics, like how?
Yeah, I know.
But.
Right.
As you get older, you look at it and say, man, them boys were really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I am a New England Patriots fan all day.
Yeah, I got it.
Before Brady?
Before Brady.
Okay.
He was a Tony Eason.
1984 Super Bowl when Chicago Bears beat us, and it was over before halftime.
Yeah.
That was a painful. I was a kid.
84. You talk about that game all the time.
Yeah, I talk about all that stuff. Yeah. Who was the quarterback? Tony Eason at the time, I think. Who was it? I can't remember.
I don't remember the quarterback.
Yeah.
You talk about it from a Bears perspective, not from a Patriots.
No, well, I'm just saying, I watched a lot of football back in the day.
Yes.
But anyway, right now, guys, we are in South Africa.
Yes.
And these guys have a story they want to tell simply because, you know, everybody does have a story. Like, what happened? Like, what made you guys want to come here? So I'm going to let you guys answer that story.
Okay, so I'll go first.
Ladies,
I was actually watching Wodamaya.
Yeah.
I was watching him, and then your video just showed up, and then just wiped his away. I was like, okay, let me look at this one. Then I kept watching, and then I binge watched. Then I started sending them to David, and he wouldn't look at them. Why do you keep sending me all this stuff? And then finally, he started looking at one. Or tell them why you started looking at them. Besides me sending them to you every day, all day.
Well, what got me is I had a dream that I was over here at a church preaching. Okay. And it was so real. I mean, it was a small church, and there was a lady there. She was having issues. There's a lot of noise. And the lady came to the altar, and I started praying for her. I was like, okay, God, you trying to tell me something?
Yeah.
And so from that day forward, I just started watching the videos. I was like, dude, we got to watch this. Come on, let's Real South Africa. D, check out this video. Check out this video. And so from there, I was like, let me start reading up on the history. So I purchased this online book called The History of South Africa, and that was recommended by the late great Bishop Desmond Tutu. That goes all the way back to the 1500s when the Dutch came over to, you know, a little bit post-apartheid. And I started listening to books, and I was like, their struggles the same struggles are. We had Jim Crow, they had apartheid.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't over here. They didn't stay in slavery as long as we did, but they were enslaved, and you know the way there's just, I mean, I started looking at the economics. I was like, wow. I said, if 90% of the people over here are Black South Africans, and then the other population is 10 or less, but they own 80-something% of the financial assets. I was like, well, they don't have physical apartheid, but that sounds like economic apartheid. That's not right. So I just started reading and engrossed myself in it, and then we just started getting excited about coming over here, and I was like, we finally here, and so that's how I got on the train. She was on the train before I was.
Okay. It makes sense, especially, we sit in from my perspective, we sit in a bubble in the U.S. We sit in there and we just think that everything that's Black comes from like us.
Right.
But there's a whole nother Black consciousness out there, which is much larger. They are more culturally based. There's a lot there, but we don't know anything about them. So for you to pick up a book and started reading things and can easily connect the dots, basically, I think most of us would like to connect with this side, but again, a lot of us haven't picked up any literature. A lot of us we kind of stuck simply because we're trying to just survive in the U.S.
Yes.
There's just too much of that going on to even think about trying to what's going on in Africa. But you did that, and then at some point, you watched a couple of videos that we have.
A lot more than a couple.
Yeah.
but you know what's funny, and people think it's weird because. We put the content together, like we will put this content together and people will see it and whatnot. But how can I say it? We don't follow what happens later. So we don't track what's happening. We just see people coming. And then, but it's a person here, a group here and whatnot. But people are telling us that there are tons of people watching your content. And I was like, okay.
There are.
Because I'm not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put it on my Facebook page. I forward it to people, and people are like, I can't wait to get back to you and show me pictures. I said, so you can go next time? And so, we got, how many couples that are looking to come over?
Let me see, Larry and Cynthia, Phoenicia and Mark, Rick and Lisa. Those are the three that come to mind initially.
They're calling you guys out if you didn't notice that. They really said all your names.
Well, Larry and Cynthia would have been here, but at the time it wasn't right for them. They were supposed to be coming with us, as you already know. Yeah.
But it's all good. South Africa will be here, and South Africa will greet them when they get here. Trust me, they're going to say, welcome home, brother, welcome home, sister, and whatnot. And even when people watch this video, they're going to be so happy that you guys came back. I think from the South African perspective, because you guys chose South Africa to come to, and so they want you to see, what you are going to see. They're very proud of the stuff that they have done. Yes, we did have apartheid. All these things happen, but at the end of the day, they're very proud of being South Africans and their culture. So they're going to be trying to show you the culture side of it more than trying to show the economics and things along that line. Because they are very proud. The Zulu people are very proud. The Xhosa people are very proud people, and they're not going to come and show you their bank account. They're going to show you this is what we do, this is who we are, and whatnot. And they're going to want to see who you are. So there's no need to bring your CVs, as we say over here, or your resumes. We don't got to put up all these different things. Basically, they just want to see who you are.
Exactly.
And so whatever you present is what they're going to see.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we can't wait to find out who they are too. It's just like you said, learning, engrossing yourself in the culture and learning about it. Because a lot of people, I think, when they come to South Africa, safaris, that's all they think about. They want to see the animals and maybe doing some other things. But from my studying and and watching you all's videos, and there's a lot more to South Africa than just safaris and for some silly stuff, I tell you. Make sure you stay out of the way of the animals and all this, whatever. Okay, you know what? We're gonna hip and tip you when we get back home.
Hip and tip them.
That's right.
So then I have a question, because I know that you started watching the videos a couple years before he did, but when we got on the phone, he was the one that was that called.
Yes.
So what made you say, okay, I'm on board with her, I'm gonna go ahead and call now?
Well, like I said earlier, my wife,
you had to make the phone call.
No, you're right. Well, I was sold. I mean, she kept working on me and kept working on me, And make she clogging up my text, but
I did.
but once I had that,
Messing up my free data.
My free megapixels.
but D knows how I am.
Yeah.
When I get on board, I'm all in. I'm all hands on deck.
Yeah.
So that's how I've been ever since. And I'll let you guys ask the questions because
No, you can whatever you got, you can
well,
give it.
I'll just say this. Last night and even right now, I feel it. I'm trying not to get emotional, but I feel so much peace being over here. I can't really describe what's going on, but I feel like a little kid on Christmas Day. I don't know if that can compare to it. I feel like I'm doing flips inside of myself or whatever. And we've been on many trips, but I've never had this feeling, the feeling that I have over here, and it's amazing. And we can't wait to come back. This is the first of many trips to come.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
if God says the same, this will be our home.
Yeah.
And that's why we wanted to look at some properties just to get a foretaste of it. We wish we could have came in November. She has plenty of leave saved up, but I don't have as much because we would have made a trip to the real estate tour in November too. But time and opportunity. If something's for you, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's here.
And we have the desire. So
No, you know how it works.
yeah.
He'll give you the desires of your heart.
Uh-oh. Take me to Kia C.
That's street.
It was right there.
Yeah, but it's funny because I think a lot of South Africans, you might not realize it, and we all do, and I keep putting myself in with them because I'm here all the time. That's who I deal with all the time, and they see us as the people that's in the little box called the screen on TV, and so they assume that's who we are, but they get some taste of us, like who we are by whatever. Sometimes they might it's funny on the radio, we got Metro FM and about like 900 other stations that are black, unlike in the States, so you get like that 1 or 2 channels you switch through, but we have a few, and sometimes they're for to laugh and joke, they pretend an American accent as they're doing their broadcast, and it's so funny because they screw it up massively. but they've seen it on TV, so that's how they know us. So it's good that we actually come here and they get to actually meet us, because a lot of them are just going to want to meet you because they've been seeing us on TV for 50, well, if they're 30, for 30 years, but they never actually met an actual African American. Wow. So we're that anomaly. They see white Americans all the time.
Right.
Because you guys flew over here. Did you have a plane full of melanated people coming over here?
We were the minority, as you all have said in your videos.
Very few.
I would say if I had to give a percentage, at least 80-20. Maybe even if I don't even know if we were 20%. 90 would be a better figure.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I don't know what y'all missing.
Yeah.
They're missing out.
But the people that were on the plane knew exactly what you were missing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We can leave it there.
Just like that. We're just gonna leave it.
Right there. So you've been here for a hot minute. I mean, literally a hot minute. But like, what's your first impression?
What I like about it, and like I said, for me, the stereotypes weren't there because through you guys and my research and reading, and then watching Newsroom Africa, liking them on Facebook, looking at South SABC and all that stuff, and I'll even go on Google South Africa and look at the news. Yeah. So I'm trying to really feel what's going on. It just feels good to see people that look like us just walk around doing business. Walk through the mall, and just proud and free. And I'm not as guarded here as I would be back at home. When I'm at home, I have a different mentality. You guys know what I'm talking about. So here, I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, look, I'm scanning, but it's not.
Well, it's funny you say that, because when I said to you I went back to Stafford to see my family, I'm not guarded here, and you have to be guarded there.
Yes.
So I was afraid that if I just be what I am here, that something's going to happen to me. Because I was like, let me go to my room. Let me just wait till my next. Then I go and I try to stay out the fray. And when Tasha goes, I tell her the same thing, and she does the same thing because here we're so relaxed. We just do what we do, just like you said. But you have to be guarded. Here, you forget about it.
Sure do.
I think what's funny, I'm just going to add to that we never go back to the States together.
Oh.
Well, it's good. We got different reasons to go.
Well, if we go, it's going to be for business. But I mean, for me, I think it makes sense for us not to go together because this is just a situation where, like, we don't want both of us to be miserable at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, it's your turn to be miserable. Go. Okay, I'm gonna stay here and enjoy the rest of my life. See you when you get back. No, because I went in September, he went in October. Okay. So the whole time I was there, I was like, he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Nothing. What are you eating? Trash."
Lord.
And then I couldn't wait to get back. And then he remembers, and it's not funny, but I got the flight times wrong. So I got to the airport like, I don't know, 9 hours when my flight left. And I'm at the airport hysterical. And I call my mom and I'm like, I just want to go home. She's like, why are you crying? You're fine. I'm like, this is not my home. I don't live here anymore. I just want to go home to my husband. Yeah, so I had a full meltdown. So I say all that to say that we are that miserable on that side. So I don't have to be guarded when I'm here. I do get to have peace every day, and it's very, very difficult to even have to play that role for even a couple of days.
Yeah,
it's very difficult.
Tough. It's tough.
Right.
So that's why we that's kind of part of our motivation for doing what we're doing, because people say to us, well, you could have just came here and y'all could have just shut it down and you don't tell nobody. And we do that sometimes as black folk in the States.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, we do that. But I'm like, I spent enough time from 2010 to 2018 to we moved here to learn a lot of ways of how Africans actually operate. And I spent a lot of time. I'm not talking about once a year. I'm talking about 2 or 3 times a year, if maybe more. And I'm around my African friends. And so when we left, I was like, let's set up something to where we can have people come here. And you guys are the product. You guys actually came here, and then of course you're going to spread it to other people.
Definitely.
Yeah. So you guys are the valuable ones.
Yeah, and we definitely appreciate what you all are doing, because you make it so appealing. And just the way you present the material and the country and the people and the culture, and just it's like 360 degrees. It's not, for y'all out there watching, it's not just zebras and all that stuff we're gonna see. We're gonna do some safaris. We're gonna have a nightlife safari. We're going to the private do a private Soweto Township tour. We're gonna be seeing Mandela's old house where he stayed at. We're going to museums. We're going to have a shopping safari, Mall of Africa. We're going to be doing it. Y'all could be doing it too. Come on over. The real South Africa.
Oh my God.
Not what y'all been hearing on the news. Not all the stereotypes,
I just got to get
as public as Flavor Flav used to say, don't believe the hype.
Yeah. And also A Fear of a Black Planet.
One of my favorite all-time hip-hop albums.
Yeah. I don't know if you're old enough for that.
We're the same age.
Really?
I've heard you say your age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still.
August.
Yeah. I'm in June.
He's 2 months older. Respect your elders, baby.
So now, what is the real South Africa to you? Because it may not be the exact same.
Well, to me, it's this is the real deal. You can read stuff all day long. You can see it on TV all day long. What you see is what you get when you get here. You can see it, like I said, you can see it on videos, but it's so different than when you're here. And for me, my first impression was I just felt free.
Like Denise Williams, that song.
Yeah.
And falsetto.
I just feel free. I don't feel like I have to explain who I am and my color. I don't feel like I have to explain that or just behave or something like that. I always behave, but I don't feel like I have to just
do anything extra.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just me.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times I think that when we are in the U.S., we almost have to make sure that we arm them.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
That
It makes a lot of
I think that's the
sense.
best way.
That's-
You have to behave and carry yourself in a manner so that they're disarmed, because we walk around guarded, and then
Yes.
they get upset. But they don't understand that the reason why we're guarded is because they're walking around armed.
exactly. Yes, that
Yeah.
was perfect.
Yeah.
I'm like, so you get to be.
Yeah.
Get to be me.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
And whatever that is, you really get to see who it is here.
Yeah.
I know I'm black, but I don't have to keep reminding myself I'm black while I'm over here.
Yeah. I don't want to get into
That's
it, but
such a
yeah,
good feeling.
it's very interesting that like most South Africans. I mean, we got friends that we talk to and they ask us, some of the I would say silly, but they really do mean it. So, is it really like that in America? Like, because they don't get that from the TV per se.
Yeah.
And they like, is it really? And then they see our people doing the videos like you guys are now, and they're like, but like really? Is it just the people that you're bringing? I'm like, no, it's really like that.
Yeah.
Right.
To the point that then you get them saying, well, I want to go to America. Okay. And I say, you'll find out when you
You'll
get
be
there.
back.
Yeah, you'll be back quickly. You'll be back. And we've ran across enough
Yeah.
South Africans that have been to America, that's been there, and have like, it was cool, but I'm back.
They were not impressed.
Yeah,
Really?
They
and
were
I'm back.
not impressed.
Yeah,
And they went to
happens a lot.
all the big
Wow.
cities, Miami, New York, LA.
Yeah.
They went to all the big cities, and they were just like,
Just not
not
impressed.
impressed.
Yeah.
Overpriced. People are rude. Food is terrible.
Yeah.
Everything different than here.
Yeah.
It's opposite. Yeah.
It's funny you should say that because
Crazy.
we lived in LA prior to going to Virginia, but when we're in LA or if I'm in New York or even my home state, Massachusetts, up north, you just don't say, hey, how you doing? Because I'm like, okay, what's your angle? What you up to?
Yeah.
But here,
Right.
I go like, hey, how you doing? What's up, brother? Whatever, and no one's looking at me crazy.
Yeah.
Now, when I get back home, I'm not going to speak unless I'm spoken to. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just
That's normal.
it's off. The switch has been turned off in South
Yeah.
Africa,
Yeah.
but it'll automatically get turned back on when we go back home.
It's difficult. It's difficult. Like I told you, when I first started looking at your videos, my soul was already over here.
Okay.
So my body caught up with it yesterday. So, this is just, I knew it was here. I just needed to get here with it. So.
Okay. So now, obviously, the accommodations were they okay?
Oh my goodness.
Oh
yes.
wow! Let me tell you
Yes.
something. That food. Oh well, I told you this off camera, so I'm gonna tell all the folks out there in YouTube land, Facebook land, whatever. Look at here. We were at a hotel prior to flying out the night before, day before. We had steak. What else? We had some other stuff. That food, I couldn't wait until I got back to the room because I felt like there was a rock in my stomach.
Yeah, yeah.
Last night you had steak that was medium well,
Yes.
and you could cut it with a butter
I
knife.
use a butter knife.
And those, I know they don't
Yes.
call fries over there, call
Chips.
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 I never had any chips like that before in my life.
Yeah, all that other stuff, but now you come here, you get the chips.
Yeah.
Or the fries, and you're like, this is what they're supposed to taste like. Yeah.
The food was good, and it's
was
just
awesome.
I felt good after. I didn't feel miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to eat some more food.
Yeah.
Right.
And they gave you a bill for $100, right?
Oh no, I think
That's $100 bill.
I think for the meals, and then you had a drink with yours too. I think in American money it was equivalent to maybe $40-$50.
And then the service was great.
Oh, my goodness.
The
Service was great.
location was
Perfect.
Yeah.
Walk downstairs, go right across the hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah. This morning, after we ate breakfast, we was at the mall. I got my hair cut, beard trimmed. I thought that's all I was gonna get.
Oh no.
They took me to the back, started massaging my head, washing and everything, wanted to go to sleep. And then they cleaned the beard, and then they blew this steamer on there. Let me tell y'all, brothers, all of that with the 20% tip was only less. It was less than $18 for all that. Now in the States, for all of that,
50.
I would have paid easily 50, probably more. I'm being a little bit conservative in my figures. So if you want to
might
get,
have
if you
had
want to keep
a coupon
your,
or something.
Yeah, what'd you say?
No, I said you probably had a coupon. Yeah. A little
So I was like, wow.
yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I got jealous too. So.
Yeah, she saw me back there cheesing
Oh,
too.
there's stuff for you. Yeah, there's stuff for you here as well.
Yeah,
So
it was cheesing too hard though.
So and that felt good.
Like a little hand massage.
But you know what? I thought, because he's ticklish, and I thought that he was just gonna laugh. He was like showing on 92. So.
32.
She was like, no, the way you was cheesing, it was
92.
92.
Okay. So overall, I think so. You know, there are those. You know, I think we try to make it as easy as possible and orderly to assess us. Was it difficult to assess us, get the payments in, and all the information that you needed?
Not at all. No,
It's so easy. I'm glad you brought that up because, first of all, when we tell people what we paid, it's like, really? I was like, yeah, really.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, for us, you don't have to pay everything at one time. You can, this is December after Christmas, after you recover from Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, you could, put a deposit down, and then you can make monthly payments up until the time, or however you want to pay. So it's not all at once, but it's definitely for what the Blantons under the Real South Africa, their company, is offering. It's worth it, whether you do a 6-day,
More than worth it.
a 10-day, or a 13-day. I'm over here selling y'all stuff.
Yeah,
but
that's
you know
what
what?
I love it.
Now we're in Joburg,
Yeah.
Johannesburg.
Yeah.
But you might want to go to Durban. You might want to go to Cape Town.
Yeah.
And throwing in a plug for the Cape Town International Jazz Festival that's going to be happening in the middle of March, which we might be coming to. Not decided yet. They got that going on too. And if you live in the DMV area. United Airlines just got started direct flights from Dulles all the way to Cape Town.
Yes.
So y'all won't have to go to New Jersey like we did and then fly out here on a straight flight to save $5,000.
But you know what's funny? You know, like I said, we try to make it easy enough. I mean, even when you got off the plane and you came through, you went through customs, that was pretty simple.
Yeah,
It was very simple.
Very simple.
Yeah, because people are like, they always asking us, do I need to get shots? They're going to ask me for shots, right? Or do I have to get my visa before? I mean, y'all guys just went through it. You just,
through it.
You don't
Just
need
show
a
a
visa
picture.
over here.
Yeah.
If you're here, what is it, 90 days or
yeah,
less?
90 days or less, yeah.
You don't need a visa. You get off the plane, you go through customs. The longest part was waiting in the line.
Yeah.
Maybe because of the holidays, they didn't have as many agents there.
Yeah.
But once we got past there, got our luggage, driver was right there waiting for us with a sign. And
So that happens, huh?
Yeah,
that
it was
happens.
that
I
easy.
thought it only happens in the movies.
Negative.
no.
The real South Africa makes that happen. We do. We make
They
sure
made
that-
it happen. They made it do what it do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt, I want to say privileged, but I don't want to use that word. Special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Special.
Yeah.
Say privilege.
Yeah, and they grabbed your bags, took you down to, and
They
put you
did,
in, and
yes.
then tucked you in, and then he got on the wrong side of the car, and then
It's funny you should say
I was
that.
like,
It's funny you should say that because he had to put some of the luggage inside the car, and so at first I'm still on my American way of mind, and then I was like, why is he putting the luggage on the driver's side? I was like, oh wait a minute, everything's opposite. So that's
threw me off. But that was good though. Yeah. It's very nice that they brought us to the hotel, and they just brought us on in and took us upstairs and dropped the luggage off, and good night. It's
yeah.
very good.
Staff has been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
good, good.
No complaints.
None whatsoever.
Yeah. And see, when we say that we go to these places and check it out, this hotel that you're actually staying in, their first guest, their very first guest was us.
Really?
When they built this hotel is new. It's very new.
can tell.
Yeah, this used to actually be a bank.
Ah.
Yeah. So, but they built this hotel, and the first guest they called was us and said, "Hey, we want you guys to go through this hotel. If there's anything that you see, let us know. That we need to change, whatever the case may be." And we stayed here, so we know what you guys are gonna get.
Yes.
It's not a question, and so the important staff members know exactly who we are. So,
Nice.
and that's part of the service that you get. And then of course we're here. Obviously we're here now. We're not in the States trying to fix something for you. Something went wrong. No, we take care of it. So, and while you're here, obviously you have a trip manager who's actually making sure that your stuff goes. What's her name again?
Anastasia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Making sure that's happening.
Oh, yes.
We put all these things in place because you guys come a long way.
Yeah.
Y'all don't need to be trying to figure this thing out. You just need to relax.
Just get me there. Just navigate me.
And that's what's been happening. I feel so relaxed.
Yeah.
This is even more relaxed than the cruise. And then y'all give us a day
Threw me off,
to settle in.
Yeah.
You know, when you get on a cruise, that next morning, boom, 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 boom.
Well, cool. Well, cool. Is there anything you guys want to add?
I can't wait to come back.
Yeah.
You haven't even. You ain't even
Yesterday.
I know. if he agrees,
No,
we will
there ain't
start
no
planning
if.
tonight.
I'm in.
When we're coming back.
What'd you say? There's gonna be what?
I said if he agrees, we can start planning tonight.
Yeah.
You know I'm ready.
Yeah.
I think
we-
August will be great. June or August.
August, that's
so
my
it won't be
birthday month too.
Ah.
Yeah, you owe me because I took you out. We went on the cruise for your birthday and Valentine's Day, so we come over here for my
Look at
birthday.
these guys over here plotting and planning. Well,
I love birthdays, so I totally
Yeah.
overdo it for birthdays.
well, let me give you my advice. For one, when it's time to eat, we're married couple too, and people normally well, you order this and then I order this and then I eat off your plate.
Yeah.
We all do that as married couple because that's kind of like what we like to do. It's economical. Let's go with that. But order your own. And order your own, and get your plate. And if you don't like it, you're not killing yourself. First of all, number two, what's the other part? Oh, you're probably gonna like that food you're eating, and so eat your food. Order your food. Order your stuff. If you see something, I ordered a dessert. I ordered that, and then you eat it, and then eat. If you see something else, order that too, and you'll find out. And just because at this point, you're getting to know South Africa through their food and through that. Number two, be kind. Speak to the South Africans. They will speak to you. You're not here by yourself. Just because you two are together and you don't see anybody in your group, don't be like, stuck to yourselves. Just kind of talk to everybody because people are going to want to talk to you.
Awesome.
Yeah, so just talk to people and let that happen. Even if they get your number, you say, hey, sometimes they're going to want to get your we call it details. Hey, let me get your details. Give it, and you'll be surprised. You just made a friend,
Cool.
an actual friend. So this is a part of your. I'm going to use the word transition of getting to know South Africa. So when we tell people to come on a trip, and people are like, no, I just want to move there. No, come on a trip like you guys are doing, and the things that are going to happen, because if we got an opportunity, which I don't know if we will, to do in a later interview, you will find out, like what I'm saying now, if I played it back, you'll be like, yeah, you right. Because some of the people that we met, some of the things that you are going to be able to do, but a lot of it is going to be simply because that you actually are talking to the people. The biggest attraction here in South Africa, and I don't care what nobody's saying. I've seen whales cresting up in the water, full-size whales, and hit the ground. I mean, hit the water. I've seen it all, and I'm going to see some more. That's kind of like what I want to do. But I always think the people are the best attraction
They are.
here in South
Yeah,
Africa.
definitely.
I love it.
They're
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
So
They're the best.
cool. Well, we are going to end this. And let me turn this around so people can see me. Hey y'all, this is the real South Africa, and there go Tasha over there. She's still causing
I'm
problems.
still thinking about my shoes.
Yeah, no, she's not. No, she's not, y'all. So we'll see you guys later, and peace. All right, guys, we are here in South Africa, and we're actually having dinner. There go Tasha right there, and then we got the young couple, the babies from Fredericksburg, Virginia. He decided to give him a little butternut, and I don't know what that is.
Sweet potatoes.
He's actually going to drink him a gin and tonic. You've been sucking on that gin and tonic.
Little bit.
Not bad. And then the young lady got her some prawns, nice little salad, and all of that. How you feel? It's all right? Good?
Yeah, man, it's good.
All right, cool.
That's what I'm talking about.
And we said our prayers, so we're about to get it in. The Real South Africa is a travel and tourism company. Our overarching focus is to bring to the African diaspora what South Africa has to offer in the realms of tourism, and the option to see what's available here in South Africa. And then of course, if you're looking at trying to relocate to South Africa, then we can assist you in those areas as well.
My husband, named the company, and it made sense simply because of what we're shown in the media when it comes to South Africa. We're never shown, how beautiful the people are, how beautiful the architecture, the fashion, the food. So for us, when we got to experience how people actually have real lifestyles and they love their families and they socialize, like that was more real to us than anything that we had ever been shown, as far as the media is concerned on that side.
What we were taught about South Africa, as a child, we always thought Tarzan, which was ridiculous. We thought, that it was just it was like jungles and stuff to that effect.
The only thing that you hear about South Africa is robberies, hijackings. In fact, I was told that if you get here, if you have a bag in the car, they're going to break your window and take it.
South Africa is presented in a way that it's only shown for you coming here to serve others.
We see some of the films where the kids have flies on their eyes and they need our help, and they're not a developed country, and there's so many negative, it's dangerous. But when you get here, it contradicts everything that you have been told.
All right, everyone, the Real South Africa, we got packages to Cape Town, Johannesburg, Durban, and other places. We would love for you guys to come and enjoy what South Africa has to offer. And of course, as your travel and tourism experts here in South Africa, we can make it all come true. Now, we all know you guys have dreams and aspirations of coming to Africa. A lot of us do, and of course we did too, and that's why we're based here in Johannesburg, the city of gold. A very awesome place, and you're going to enjoy it once you get here as well. What do you get when you get here? Well, first of all, when you land here in South Africa, we take care of everything. We make sure your accommodations are good. We make sure your airport pickups are perfect. There'll be somebody standing there with a sign. We also make sure that the places that you're going to visit are carefully curated for you, of course, and then you got to eat. So what do? We put you in a perfect scenario regardless of what city you're in, so you can actually have a great meal with friends and family, or even if you come by yourself, no problem, we're going to take care of that too. But isn't this amazing? So this is what we can do for you. So basically all you have to do is just reach out to us on our website, therealsouthafrica.com, and of course once you get here, we got you. Now, of course, South Africa offers spa treatments. They're absolutely amazing. And a lot of people just love it simply because they never thought they can get a spa treatment in Africa. And then, of course, we always provide you guys with opportunities to see special animals out in their own environment and so forth. The only thing that you have to do at that point, after you've been afraid from the animals, is to get on the plane, come here to South Africa, and enjoy yourself. So we will see you here in what we like to call sunny South Africa. Oh, and by the way, you'll get an opportunity to shop as well. So book your trip today.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.